Deuteronomy Chapter 33. And this is the benediction that Moses, the man of God, imparted to the children of Israel before his passing. He said, The Lord came from Sinai, and dawned upon them from Seir. He shone forth from Mount Paran and came with myriads of holy ones, with his right hand a fiery law for them. Indeed, he loves his people, all his saints are in his hand. They sit at his feet and receive his words. Moses commanded us a law, a possession for the assembly of Jacob. He became king in Jeshurun when the leaders of the people and the tribes of Israel gathered together. May Reuben live and not die, nor his men be few. And this is the blessing of Judah. He said, Hear, Lord, the voice of Judah and bring him to his people. With his hands he contended for himself, and may you be a help against his enemies. And of Levi he said, Let your Thummim and Urim be with your faithful one, whom you tested at Massah, and with whom you contended at the waters of Meribah. He said to his father and mother, I have not seen him, nor did he acknowledge his brothers or know his own children. For they have kept your word and guarded your covenant. They will teach your judgments to Jacob and your law to Israel. They will place incense before you and hold burnt offerings on your altar. Bless his substance, Lord, and accept the work of his hands. Crush the loins of his adversaries and foes, so that they cannot rise again. And of Benjamin he said, The beloved of the Lord dwells securely. He shields him all day long, and he rests between his shoulders. And of Joseph he said, Blessed by the Lord is his land, with the choicest gifts of the heavens above and the deep that lies below. With the choicest fruits of the sun and the rich yield of the months. With the finest products of the ancient mountains and the abundance of the everlasting hills. With the best gifts of the earth and its fullness, and the favor of him who dwelt in the burning bush. Let these blessings come upon the head of Joseph, on the brow of the prince among his brothers. His firstborn bull has splendor, and his horns are the horns of a wild ox. With them he will gore the peoples, all of them, to the ends of the earth. Such are the 10,000s of Ephraim, and such are the thousands of Manasseh. And of Zebulun he said, Rejoice, Zebulun, in your journeys, and Issachar, in your tents. They will summon peoples to a mountain, there they will offer sacrifices of righteousness, for they will feast on the wealth of the seas and the hidden treasures of the sand. And of Gad he said, Blessed is he who enlarges Gad's domain. He lies down like a lion and tears off an arm or even a head. He chose the best for himself, because there is the portion of the ruler reserved. He came with the leaders of the people, he executed the Lord's justice and his ordinances concerning Israel. And of Dan he said, Dan is a lion's cub, leaping forth from Bashan. And of Naphtali he said, Naphtali, satisfied with favor, full of the Lord's blessing, take possession of the west and the south. And of Asher he said, May Asher be blessed with children, may he be pleasing to his brothers, and may he dip his foot in oil. The bolts of your gates will be iron and bronze, and your strength will match your days. There is none like the God of Jeshurun, who rides the heavens to your aid, the clouds in his majesty. The eternal God is your dwelling place, and underneath are the everlasting arms. He drives out the enemy before you and commands, Destroy! So Israel dwells securely. Jacob lives untroubled in a land of grain and new wine, even his skies drip with dew. Happy are you, O Israel! Who is like you, a people saved by the Lord? He is the shield that protects you, the sword in which you boast. Your enemies will cower before you, and you will tread on their heights.